All right. It is time to do some Moxie Double. Oh my god, a Keno! Who could it be? Could it be? It's true, it's true. I am running the ape character. All you had to do was wait for 2 successful runs. Here it is. Look at it. GMO, naive, all 31s. If that isn't what you wanted all this time, I don't know what is. It's true. It's true. The time is now. I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm not feeling happy because of the ape character. I'm just happy that my old friend Akeno showed up. Seen you in stream in forever. How are you? Hope life is good. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of things in life other than run and bun, but I'm glad you're doing well. Glad to hear it. All right, let's see what we got cooked up here. I thought I finally solved this one. This was a 3-day cook. I was struggling. But I think I finally found the sauce. Mm-mm-mm. Who is it? It's you, it's you, it's you. And who am I missing? Let's give you a box tour. We'll start with the Fallen. Well, you've seen the ape, so we can leave that in. Much like NG Plus, I'm not sure if you were here, but this is attempt 1. I'm only doing 1 attempt of NG++. So I beat the game, plenty of resetting, plenty of getting good starter packs. Got to NG Plus and said, hey, first run, full virtue, no clausing bugs, run whatever I get. I got hot garbage, but won anyway. It was a wild ride. It deserved to lose, but it was fun. So I said, hey, let's do it again. And 1 run only, grab 6, and here we are. Now, the 6 we grabbed included this Delcatty, this Zatu, this Palpitoad, and this Serena. So not many of the 6 are left. And Gastrodon from Petalburg as well. So that's 5 of our first 7 in the death box. But we got some stuff. Did you see that box again? I don't remember if you were around for much of that run, but it was pretty bad. Yeah, pretty much I abused Talonflame through the entirety of early game. And then I got Sceptile and Lopunny, who were both minus speed, but were still really good Pokemon, and I just found ways to use them for everything. Hellroom was brutal. I was like 12% to wipe on Maxi 2 after days and days of cooking, and with 5 sacks. It was crazy. I just had 3 rolls I had to run a straight up range on Space Tag on turn 1, and if I didn't hit it, I wiped. There were some moments. So you'll see in this box there's some better stuff, and also it's NG++, so I have a lot of guaranteed encounters. So when you look at this, whether you think these are good mons or bad mons, it doesn't really matter. On average, my box will look a lot like this. So as I show you each one, I will tell you who is and isn't guaranteed. This is Verdant Turf Brave Natty Cure Rose. Brutal. We had to scale SPDEF and speed. Those were both single digit. Truly an awful version of a really important mod. We got this 104 Orbital. It's been solid. The speed helped us do a Deathless CRR. 104 was pretty much just everything but Beedrill and Venipede. So this is one of the few like interchangeable encounters. Guaranteed Hoenn Egg Swampert, a pretty bad one. 0 attack, plus speed barely matters, minus SPDEF doesn't help. Not good. Battle Armor Berserker. This thing hasn't been great with 8 HP, 7 defense, but Bullet Punch has been critical all the same. So I'll say solid. This is Fall Arbor, so it also doesn't have Fake Out. We got this Alolan Raichu, which is also phone number. I swear it gets better. This just happens to be the order at the top of my box. Been good. Guaranteed Volcarona off 120. This guy is really good. I agree with that statement. Just caught 121 Alakazam. You want special attack and speed over everything else, so it's a bit of a bummer. It's also inner focus, so I can't synchronize. But that said, good IV, just generally good IVs, and my favorite childhood mon, so I'm down. Yeah, Volk's been really good. I haven't had it very long, but it's been really good. Got Centiskorch. Centiskorch helped carry us through early game, which was brutal, and hasn't done much since. Crocodile's been okay. It's slow and low HP, has made it dead to crits a lot in situations, and so I've tried to find ways to not use it more often than not. Como-O has been really good. 31 special attack has mattered with Clanging Scales. Really good mon. Wish it had more SPDEF, but it's still pretty specially bulky. This was not guaranteed, but it was like 50-50. Honchkrow, also not guaranteed, but hit natural, naughty, plus good bulk on both sides for a frail mon like this is a big, big deal. Honchkrow has picked up way more frags than I would have expected, and no question the nature's a part of that. Nidoking has been critical. This beat Togekiss on Shell. It holds the Rock Tomb TM despite being quiet 3 attack. It's been legit really important. We got an insane Shield Dust Rabombi, really good. This guy's the GOAT. We got a crazy modest Salazzle, guaranteed encounter, but it didn't have to be cracked. We got this Maractus on 111. It's been solid. I mean, it's mostly a protect bot, so the spats barely matter. Yeah, insane Lazzle. We got another quiet 3 attack ground type in Gliscor. The speed hurts a lot, minus speed specifically, but it's still a good mon. We have Gentle Unburdened Lucha, 0 attack, 24 speed. Speed has helped. I'm going to have to scale attack. And we've already scaled Encore. We got this Tyrantrum, which I was unexcited to get. It's also calm, but it's been heroic. It's my only 4x fire, so we're cool. This guy did the Flannery sweep. It's actually better at the Flannery sweep than Hammy, which is saying something, because it's not dead to Marowak. It's too defensively bulky. We got natural 119 Adamant Guts Heracross. Dave! We got a really good Camerupt, who doesn't really click attacking moves, but with Magma Armor and Yawn, it has put a bunch of things to sleep for us. This Exeggutor has been one of the best mons in the box. It has done some crazy stuff. It came to Winona. I kept Synth on it, which is not typical, but it's been really, really clutch. We got this modest Aurorus in Meteor Falls, which was not what we wanted, but it's done good work. Aurorus pretty good in doubles. Caparaja, we got in Granite Cave. Plus defense, sheer force. This guy has been insane. Insanely good for a Caparaja, right? We only have two steel types that had to do some massive work for us. Another naturally nearly max attack Scun Tank. This hasn't done a whole lot because of the Honchkrow just being kind of straight up better than it. But it's still good. Probably going to get boomed on Pyre if we make it there. We'll see. We got a bold Hypercutter Crawdaunt guaranteed encounter, so really disappointing to miss both the 50-50 ability and also get minus attack, but it's 29 attack, which kind of makes up for it. It's been hitting the ranges it needs to hit when it's an attacker. Starmie, absolute shock of the run. Starmie with great IVs. This thing just chained 3 on Winona for me. It has come to so many fights. I have almost no water types, so this is my water type. Guaranteed Garchomp, really good mon. 29 attack, also fantastic. Actually hasn't done a lot lately, but comes alive when you first get it, and then is still good forever. Another missed 50-50 for Shell Armor. We got Rash, 5 attack Kingler. This thing is our Protect bot. It doesn't do anything offensively. Altaria was a guaranteed encounter unless it Perish-Songed itself to death again. Pretty good one. Yeah, but we have most of the dragon types duped out. And then we just caught this Braxian. Bold is fine. You know, we're still kind of lacking the offensive stats on most mons. You may notice that the lowest IV tends to be the one that we attack with on almost every mon, but that's life. There you go, full box tour. And we're at, 8 deaths through 6 badges, but our 8th death occurred on Maxi 1. So we did Flannery, plus all of Winona split deathless, which feels pretty good. Yep. Deaths. Delcatty died to Slateport Grunts because Frillish curse-bodied me turn 1. My Frillish answer was Dark Glasses HP Dark Ape. So, not great. So Delcatty had to die. We were guaranteed to sack if we got Curse Body, and we did. And then Xatu died to a 50% range on Brawly. We were pretty likely to lose somebody. It's a bummer that it had to be Xatu, but that's life. Palpitoad made the mistake of rolling 1 special attack and then missing a range on the Numble on the way to, Rustboro. So Palpitoad died to that stupidity. Let's go, Spirit of Fate. Yes, I am here. Pass Winona. Bolton was my Lunatone check on Roxanne. The plan was Nuzzle into Bite Flinch, and Flinch did not happen, so we died. Toxicroak was a planned sack on Shell, because, again, when Nidoking is your Togekiss counter, you really need to sack into it. So, bummer. And then Lucario and Serena were planned sacks on Norman. And then, ironically enough, Gastrodon also rolled 1 special attack as my ground water type and missed a range on Maxi 1. So I have both of these guys. These are the only guys that weren't planned deaths. Well, I should say Brawly was just a generically planned death, but not Xatu specifically. So these two were like expected someone to die and they took it. 4 planned sacks and 2 Pokemon that had, this was a 75% range, and this was a 7 out of 8 range. After both rolling 1 special attack and they both missed the range. Actually crazy RNG in totality. Not gonna lie, if you want NG+, you win whatever box you're given at this point. I have like 0 faith in you on that run. Oh, well, I appreciate your honesty and your belief in me now. We'll see. The NG Plus run was fun because while I didn't have any great Mons in general, or I didn't have great versions of even the good Mons I had, I did have elite toolkits overall. I kind of had the right pieces to the puzzle, if you will. This is different. I have lots of really good Mons, but I don't have good connectors, right? Like I don't have like the Galissapod stuff to like get in on the right move. Dave will say, please wipe for you. All right, back to the calc at hand. Audino, I hate you. But I think I finally solved this fight. The plan is to lead a 1 HP ape and click Fake Out, Sucker Punch to KO the Gengar and disallow Follow Me. So Gengar dies. Full HP slot 2 Honchkrow is going to bait not Heracross, but Mamoswine, Fast Kill Ice Skull Crash. Mamoswine's going to come onto the field, and it's going to see Fast Kill into Honchkrow, but it's also going to see that we fast kill it and it fast kills us. So Mamoswine has to click Ice Shard into Ape. And that means I get a free turn to do big damage to Audino. I'm going to do that with Honchkrow Brave Bird. Peace. Thanks for hanging out. All right. We Brave Bird the Audino. We can kill with crit, but we'll ignore that for a second. This is, I guess I can just Sharp Beak because I don't care about crit. But I do care about recoil. And the problem with this line over and over again is I couldn't guarantee things while taking an Icy Wind drop. So finally I figured out, okay, I can get this guaranteed turn where it's Ice Shard, Icy Wind. And Rabombi can take Ice Shard, Icy Wind, no problem. $48. Double crit would be a problem. Double crit would be a problem. All right, let's see if I can go Sharp Beak here. So that is an issue. Can I get rid of the range and go Citrus on B? That would be really nice. 11 and 60. Let's do that math. 28 plus 151 plus 76. Beautiful. All right, that's better. So we fake out, 6 off fake out plus Brave Bird with Sharp Beak. We ignore crit for a second. And we go into Rabombi on, so we go, so turn 1 we fake out Sucker Punch, KO you. Turn 2 we get Mamoswine plus guaranteed Icy Wind. Be unfortunate, but that's life. Okay, so we go You do need to dodge like max roll crits. But we go Rabambi. Now Rabambi has KO on Audino. Rabambi doesn't take the speed drop because of Shield Dust. And so that means we get guaranteed move into Honchkrow, almost always an ice move. On that almost always an ice move, we're going to go to Kingler. And I think the correct move is to level up Kingler and then pre-damage a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 59 Kingler. No, it doesn't matter. That's not. Yeah, let's just do Kingler. Okay. Well, we can do 57 Kingler. And then pre-damage so that Ice Shard always does it. Yeah, okay. And then, so then we have Kingler plus Audino. Sorry, Kingler plus Rabambi versus Audino Mamo. And Rabambi Moonblast always kills Audino. And it always fast kills it, which was something I couldn't set up while we protect. And then as we protect, ooh, let's be a little bit higher. I want to get knockoff around 40%. Yeah. All right. So we will do Citrus. And then we'll still be fine on Hera. Okay. So then on the turn that, so we protected, Heracross comes out, Heracross is clicking Close Combat Megahorn, and then Mamoswine is clicking Icicle Crash. Oh, it's not clicking Icicle Crash. Right. It's clicking High Horsepower. Sorry. Am I off by a turn? Fake Out KO, Honchkrow, damages you, Rabambi in. Yes, Rabambi KOs, Crab in. I am off by a turn. And then Rabambi chips as we protect. And Volcarona wins, right? What's up, Ben? You got it. Hey, that was amazing. But Ben, I got a show and tell for you, and be real for a second. So you've done a lot of show and tell, so I'll put this up here. This is something I made in college. I used to do a lot of pottery, and I found out earlier this month that the woman that originally taught me pottery passed away, and I was just, and look, she was it was her time, you know, she went peacefully, you know, all the things you would hope for. But I'm just, you know, reminded of all the things I'm thankful for this holiday season. And as another artist, I wanted to share not just the memory of her, but a little bit of the art that she taught me. But in thinking through all of it, I realized, or was reminded, I should say, that the discipline and the ability to lock in on the builder is something I learned as a 9-year-old in her class all those years ago. So for those in chat, appreciate you letting me be real for a second. And here's one for my original teacher, Carol. Whew. Happens, man. It happens. All right. Ben, can you poke holes in this line for me? I feel like it feels too good to be true. After 3 days of cooking, I think I have a 5-mon line. Turn 1 HP ape. Clicks fake out and prevents Gengar from clicking protect. Fake out prevents follow me, so Sucker Punch Honchkrow always kills Poison Gem Gengar. We're holding the Sharp Beak. Full HP Honchkrow is not dead to Heracross and is dead to Mamoswine. So we get Mamoswine, fast kill on Honchkrow slot 2, but it won't click it because Ape is 1 HP, and Ape shows fast kill to Mamoswine, so you get the priority AI desperation thing, plus Ice Shard fast kill. So we're gonna get guaranteed Icy Wind plus, yeah. So we get Icy Wind plus Ice Shard, which means Honchkrow is free to click Brave Bird with Sharp Beak. Plus attack, Brave Bird does a crap load. So Silk Scarf Fake Out plus Brave Bird Minerals gets us to 70% on the number. Next, and the thing that takes Ice Shard plus Icy Wind is Rabombi. Rabombi will be Citrus Berried, so even if I take double crits on Ice Shard plus Icy Wind, I'm Shield Dust, I don't take a speed drop, I'm always at least at 50%, which means I'm not dead to Ice Shard. Now I've got Rabombi plus Honchkrow. I may crit kill Gengar, I might crit kill Audino, ignore that for a second. Pretend I don't crit. Rabombi is facing down a 30% or lower Audino and a Mamoswine, but Mamo has fast kill into Honchkrow, so it can't click any move into Rabombi. There is slight fiction. If I get max roll crit Icy Wind into Honchkrow and I super Omega high roll the Brave Bird, I can get knockoff here, which isn't great. No other way to say that. Originally, I wanted to ignore that. Oh, it's doubles. Maybe double 6 is this. Hold on. $18 plus 48. Come on, math. 18 plus 48. So Ice Shard crit of 48. 58, 60, 7 or 6. I don't think it can ever be Ice Shard on double crit, so I can go back. Okay. I can go back to Muscle Band and Pixie Plate because I didn't have doubles on in the calc. So same idea, fake out, Sucker Punch, bait the plus 23 Ice Shard, click Brave Bird into Audino, Silkscar Fake Out plus Brave Bird plus Pixie Plate Moonblast always kills Audino. Rabambi Shield Dust, taking doubles Icy Wind plus Icicle Shard crit will never bait another Icicle Shard fast KO. So, and now Honchkrow is less likely to bait knockoff from Mamoswine. Great. In fact, I think it only happens if we crit. All right. So now we have 30% Audino or less. Well, now we have like 35% or less, but that doesn't matter. Rabambi always fast kills Audino. Kingler takes the Icicle Crash or Ice Shard, will pre-damage for that Ice Shard. Always puts us into high horsepower range. I'm going to level Kingler up to 59 to do it. Technically, there's a world where this can be knockoff, so we have raised our level enough so that knockoff crit never kills us. But regular knockoff would always bait another high horsepower. Actually, it doesn't really matter what it baits there, admittedly. Okay, so now we get Heracross out, and Kingler's on the field. Kingler protects, and Rabambi Draining Kisses Heracross, who may have slow kill into Rabambi, but always has fast kill onto Kingler. Then we fast KO the Heracross, and we switch in Volcarona. No. We switch in Honchkrow to bait another Icicle Crash Ice Shard situation, and then Volcarona can tank that and KO, or Rabambi can two-shot it most of the time. All right. Anything a little wrong there? I think it looks good. And then if I crit Audino with Brave Bird and it dies, or I crit it and it lives. Crit and it lives is kind of the worst situation, admittedly, because then I can still bait knockoff, but I will steer it. I'll bring an extra mon to steer that. If I crit kill it, what it means is Rabambi's on the field. It hasn't taken the Icy Wind either, which also helps a bit. And now we have Honchkrow. How does that work? Honchkrow, if I crit kill it, Honchkrow is always taken enough recoil to be dead to close combat Megahorn. So Honchkrow always baits fast kill. So we need something that takes Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, plus close combat Megahorn, and Volcarona does that with a Citrus. Crit always puts me into Citrus range, and then Icicle Crash never kills me if I get Citrused. Dude, I love Magmortar showing. Lycanroc. I knew that you were going to use Lycanroc after we talked, but I did not know he was also going to rip the Tailwinded Stone Edge on Houndoom after switching in. Crazy work. Crazy work. All right, so we got the Ape. We got the Rabambi. Max Spadef guy, yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer that it doesn't come with Sucker. That's actually kind of crazy. I thought it did. You said Jagged Pass Lycanroc? Oh, that's so brutal. Brutal. Evil. What would be the problem? The problem will be knockoff crit baiting Rock Slide and Rock Slide hurting Rabambi. It's pretty fictional. Yeah, Tangrowth and Garchomp are, I think, usually the biggest problems. Like, the Houndoom just kind of claims a guy, and then you just have a guy. That is crazy, though. Like, not every Magmortar can do that. My favorite calc for Hellroom with Magmortar is that plus speed Magmortar with, like, a Candy and Solar Beam can take the Groudon with Grass Stem. And then you can do, yeah, and it gets better. You can do the cheaty funny thing where you pre-damage to show Tangrowth one roll with one killing thing and pre-burn, and you can try to chain 2 off rip with Solar Beam Grass Gem into dodge one roll plus crit, KO that thing, and then get tempo to set up the other guys. That was one of the plans I had in NG+, but it was insta-wipe if I got the roll. So it's essentially like 1 in 8 to wipe, which is worse odds than I came up with. Sorry you didn't get a chance to see 3-scale Goat Magmortar. Honestly, hold on. If I'm worried about knockoff anyway, can't I just use Crawdaunt instead? Isn't Crawdaunt just better? If knockoff is possible, why wouldn't I use you? Because you're too bulky? It's not really a fear. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, no, the problem here is that I can't Citrus at all. So I take Ice Shard, Icicle Crash. It's like low-key worse. Okay. No, let's just stick to the line. And then I think we bring Lucha as backup plan. Just bring Unburden. Ducky Quack! What's up, Ducky? No midnight stream tonight? Alright, we said level 59 Kingler. And then Kingler needs a Citrus Berry. Volcarona needs a Citrus Berry. This is the Muscle Band version, Pixie Plate version, Silk Scarf version. This is what happens when you don't have the Life Orb, guys. You just use 3 damaging boost items instead of 1. 3:40 a.m. chatter. Oh my god, Ducky. Hi, Ducky. Alright, only pre-damage is for Ape and for Kingler. Bam, 1 HP Ape, love it. And then Kingler, 59. Regular Ice Shard plus high horsepower. 22 and 106. That's 128. Should have heisted choice band. Sure. Ducky barely even remembers that run. Offline's just different. It really is. I had the rude awakening when I first hit the go live button. As many do, in fairness. Yeah, it's like, oh, I know how to cook, and then you are losing a brawly like everybody else you saw go live for the first time. Like, oh God, I'm asked to. No, I thought I was him. I'm confused why I showed up at that Poke Center, and now I'm worried I'm going to be like jump scared by a different battle. I did have weird stuff with my computer files and had to like reinstate the save, so it's possible that I'm in a different place than I think, in which case I will just... Oh no, I have the Zam, so these guys are definitely all done. It can't be that much. Are you dead? You're dead. We should be good. Alright, we're good. Alright, really scary. Really scary. But I think we got it. All 3 damage boosts: Silk, Muscle, Pixie. Citrus, Aspire. Volcarona, no damage boost needed. Beautiful. Honchkrow in slot 2. Yep. Oh, I missed Legion. Legion's so good. Alright, turn 1, we fake out the Audino to prevent Follow Me from making my Sucker Punch miss. Then we Sucker Punch the Gengar, who has to attack because we have a 1 HP ape. Beautiful. Hey, my Pokemon is frozen. Thank you, Ben. W comms. All right, this should show me Mamoswine for fast kill. It does, but Mamoswine can't take that fast kill. It has to Ice Shard the Ape because Ape shows fast kill. This is guaranteed Ice Shard, Icy Wind. This turn, I had this set up for a long time, and I kept trying to go Kingler here, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. So instead, we're going to go to Volcarona. And Honchkrow is safe this turn, inexplicably, although it's taking damage. Honchkrow's going to click a big Brave Bird into Audino. Don't crit. We will assess the roll here. We're Shield Dust, which is the critical thing that let me figure out the fight. We don't take a speed drop. That's high enough HP on Honchkrow despite the crit. Right, we needed like max roll crits on both sides. Honchkrow's at 100 HP. At 100 HP, Honchkrow is dead to Ice Shard and Icicle Crash, but Knockoff does 92, so we just dodged it. That was close. This turn, Pixie Plate, Moonblast, KOs Audino. The worst case here is Helping Hand Icicle Crash crit into Kingler. Easy. Mamo may have killing rolls into Rabambi, but it doesn't matter because we didn't take a speed drop. Okay. Same deal here. We have Heracross and Mamo, which are fast KOing Kingler. 80 HP is not low enough for us to bait Rock Slide. Rock Slide does 73, and if we got crit, we got Citrus. So we get to Draining Kiss here. We get to Protect. This is high horsepower, and then it's random between Close Combat and Megahorn. This still wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. And the healing from Pixie Plate Draining Kiss meant that even if we got the fictional Rock Slide scenario, we wouldn't die to Rock Slide, but we would then potentially bait Ice Shard the next turn. So we would have had to dodge early fiction into Rock Slide crit 1 and 3 into Rabambi. And then I don't know. Then we steer it Omega Steer. I don't know. Didn't happen. Draining Kiss into Moonblast always kills Heracross. This is 80 HP again. Let me double check. 80 HP. Icicle Crash does 57. This is always high horsepower. All right. I almost went straight Volcarona there accidentally. You're a bum. Icicle Crash or Ice Shard again. Just Moonblast here. Volcarona takes all the moves. I could go back to Kingler, but Kingler is dead to some crits. You're a bum, Mamoswine. You're a bum. F this fight. F this fight. And then we show fast kill with both. This is guaranteed Ice Shard into one of my slots. Let's go. We got the house music because we're also celebrating T-gamers being at this part of the game. All right, let's get to Lilycove. Don, what's up, Don? Man, I never see you around here. What are you doing awake at this hour? Everybody's not sleeping tonight. Up to get ready for an 8-hour drive. Well, allow me to entertain you while you get ready. Okay, I think this is a Lazzle Goes Crazy fight, if my memory serves me. $10 p.m. for me, not for Don. All right. Turn 1, we just Sludge Bomb the Grand Bull. It intimidates us, which doesn't matter because we are a special attacker. $450 for you. Gotcha. Yeah, it's an early morning. This box is really cool. It's been fun. It's been a really fun. All of a sudden, it's fun. I should say. It was a grind early. It was just like I had ape and nothing. But the pre-Flannery encounters, which were mostly guaranteed, upped the kind of skill differential, if you will. Gave me some really good mons that are fun to use, like Salazzle. Um, okay, so the thing with Salazzle is it's so good as a modest guy. It shows kill to Azu. It shows kill to Beware. So the only thing that can come in is the Nectric or Silvally, which we outspeed. Both of them outdamage me naturally. So I'm just going to get, from full HP, I'm going to get the Nectric. And when I see a Pokemon with Hidden Power Grass, I think that Pokemon's going to have a bad time. So I can just go to Swampert, I can get HP Grass, and then I can click Encore and Toxic and ruin this guy's life. While we do that, though, we're going to make sure we take enough HP to be dead to multi-attack, which is multi-attack Dark from Silvally. Again, we're always baiting Silvally, so it's just about getting to that HP. So we'll do a little bit of math on this HP grass damage in a second. And we won't even Citrus Berry, because we have so much HP to play with. And then... no, I can Citrus, because I can always just take another attack. I don't think I'll Toxic. I think I'll just let Life Orb damage happen. But I'll get to an HP I like, and then we'll kill with Salazzle. We'll get Silvally multi-attack, which means we can go to Ape. Ape can just kill with Fake Out Close Combat. Ape drops its defenses, but Ape will also show Overheat Kill to Beware. Poor Beware is just not allowed to come in. So we get Azu. Azu will have Fast Kill Aqua Jet on us from full, so we don't need any pre-damage. Aqua Jet means Rose comes in. Rose clicks a Poison, Barb, Sludge Bomb, and Azu dies. We're never dead to double crit Aqua Jet, even if he had two... whatchamacallits? Water Gems. And then the only thing left is Beware. Beware cannot set up on us. I think it's going to calc boosted payback. It could protect. It can do whatever it wants. And we just go Volcarona and we kill with Charcoal. Boosted Overheat. I think Ape also will be able to just switch in on that, but we have so many answers. This fight is totally, totally free as long as I take enough damage on Lazzle. And I don't even think that that's hard to do. I think the correct... before I say that's the correct item, let me make sure that damage boost doesn't change who comes in first. If I went... I can't go Poison Barb because I need Poison Barb on Rose. Could I go Wise Glasses? I could. I don't think it really changes anything, though. Let's just see if I sat there, because I can just Encore, 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 and Encore, right? So it's always going to take 4. What's 8 times 4? It's 32. So we're already safe here. And then if we get crit, we can do Swampert pivots. So I will just Oranberry. I will just Oranberry. Is this really a 5-mon line? It is. It's funny how Swampert Lazzle just seem to always counter multiple Pokemon when they come together. Great synergy. Alright, who do we want to bring for funsies? The answer might be Intimidate. But there's no way to get there's just like, I don't have to, I can't even conceive of a way this goes wrong. I'll bring Ja. Ja. My hero. Okay. Did we decide no pre-damage on Laszlo because we're just going to take the hits? HP Grass. Yeah, we're just going to take the hits. Poison Barb. I'm going to have a Citrus on you just because you need charcoal. No pre-damage again. Orin, Black Belt, Poison Barb, Citrus. This is the first time we've had modest Lazzle value, but we'll take it. Sludge Bomb kills. Show me Manectric. Bang. Always Thunder. I guess it could technically Magnet Rise. We don't care. Thunderbolt, I think it actually is. Oh yeah, like 4 so far, and there's a few more coming down. I didn't get one of the 2 fishing routes in Dewford. I actually didn't get it in either NG Plus or this run. I didn't get all of the water, surfing, or fishing encounters in Surf Sim. I'm trying to think what else. That might be it. I think it's like the count is at like 4. This is HP Grass. Crit, here we go. That's fine. We Encore, it damages itself with Life Orb. You're doing a great job there, Manectric. We're so proud of you. Okay. Our target HP is 144. Since we don't need to worry anymore, we can do that. 1 crit did the job. Now we can Sludge Bomb. 129 is the min roll we're trying to get to. He's still Encored if we miss the range. Sil Valley Dark, multi-attack always kills. We go to Ape. We are going to Fake Out, but we don't need to because we also gave the Black Belt. We close combat to intentionally drop our defenses so that this Azu has Aqua Jet kill always, which means fast kill over all the other moves. This is Water Gem boosted Aqua Jet. And then it's guaranteed another Aqua Jet, and we click Sludge Bomb. We wanted to do Sludge Bomb, not Leaf Storm there, because now we maintain our special attack to always show a kill, a 2-shot to Beware. Setup actually doesn't matter, I just like clean lines. We take a 50-50 attack here, and we kill with Charcoal boosted Flamethrower. Very easy. And that's what it's like when you have the mix. Safari Zone, I'm taking Blastoise. I need water types. I will show you the rest of the encounters, but basically the grass table is 100% open. So the one that people be like, oh my god, you finally duped some stuff out and you can go. No, Big P's still not duped. Amoonguss isn't duped. So like Rowlet, Rillaboom aren't even likely. I could take Guaranteed Viv, Guaranteed Gorbis. I could roll a pretty good odds to get Flygon or Tyranitar. But I want Blastoise. Bulky water type will do a lot of things for me, just as a pivot at least. Starmie's been putting in a lot of work by itself. It needs some help. Oof. Okay, I forget. I think it's Iron Ball Ja. If I remember correctly, usually this is, you just do the old guaranteed Trick Room U-turn situation. So here you go, Volcarona forces Trick Room, we click U-turn, we break the skies, we go into Iron Ball somebody, we click Heavy Slam with Caparaja Iron Ball, you die, we show Fast Kill to you, so it's always you, you're clicking Thunder, Thunder, huh? We go to Camerupt on Thunder. Sorry. Trick Room goes up. Turn 1 of Trick Room, we KO. You come out. Turn 2 of Trick Room, we go to Camerupt. Where's a dark type that baits Thunder? It's you. Turn 4 of Trick Room, we go to Honchkrow. No Iron Ball. Gotta name yourself IB like me. Fixes all your problems. Rookie mistake, honestly. Oh, I think this is low-key kind of better. How about a pre-para Garchomp? Oh, underspeeds by 1 and paralyzing a ground type? Too good to pass up. Too good to pass up. I don't think I need to do it, but I want to do it. Yeah, I actually think it's worse. I'm not gonna pre-para. So we go Garchomp on the Thunder, then we go Honchkrow, and then we go Garchomp again. And then Trick Room's gonna end, so we're gonna get another guaranteed Trick Room turn. We're gonna click Earthquake. Then we'll go to Honchkrow on the guaranteed Psychic turn. We'll go Sucker Punch KO, and then we'll bait Moonblast while already in Trick Room so we can outspeed with Ja. Yeah, that's better. Oh, sorry, I just realized the Calc Green wasn't up, but this fight is also like the freest fight of all time. Iron Ball for you. You lead. Oh, I need to heal you. Here, you. Go back in the box. Now get back in the party. And go first. And everybody else is just for kicks and giggles. Because I'm a fan of preparedness and such. Okay, you don't need damage boost either. It really just is the Iron Ball thing. Fun fact, the reason I still get to have Heavy Slam on my Caparaja is because I calced ahead, realized I wanted it for this fight, and so I recalced the rain fight with rocks so that I used Thundercat here, which saved a move slot on Caparaja. Oh, right, I already beat you. Trick Room, you bozo. That's Trick Room. 4 more turns. Bop. Dead Mimic you. Uniclus. For Thunder. Go Chompy Poo. Psychic. Go Honchcrow. Trick Room. Back to Garchomp. Guaranteed Trick Room turn. Guaranteed Psychic. Sucker Punch always kills. Honchcrow's the GOAT. Guaranteed Moonblast. Ironhead always kills. Bang. And we've made it! Lilycove and Lilycove rival. We did it. Oh, give me this rare candy. And give me the Herakronite. Not you. It's you, right? That one. Okay. Let's grab the Blastoise for good luck on our nature roll upcoming. All right. And now I got some decisions to make. So here's the Safari situation. Here's the Lilycove situation. All the situations. So Safari in the north. Donphan is duped. Mudsdale, Vibrava, Flygon, Larvitar, Pupitar, Diggersby, and Herdy are all available. So that's kind of like, to me, that'd be 50% useful, 50% useless. Even a Herdy or Stoutland doesn't count because a normal type is a big deal. Normal type means heist chest possible, which comes in later. Safari Zone Northwest. This entire route is available still. AKA, I'm not taking it. This is just Blastoise Wartortle. I don't think it helps me to catch one versus the other. Because I think Wartortle is always high level. I think the level is always the same. It's just the evolution. So it's impossible to get Rapid Spin. The only difference is it would come with Icy Wind in advance of Lilycove Rival, which is not important to us. I guess Skull Bash could be funny. I don't know if that's funny like doubles tech to get a defense boost. but considering that Blastoise already has like 4 move slot issue, probably not. I did not know that Wartortle gets Yawn Scale. Wartortle gets Yawn Scale? Oh, so does... Wow. Blastoise has so much tech. Fake Out, Yawn, Rapid Spin. Like, you could go full support Blastoise and it would be pretty good as a doubles partner. So anyway, and then what else we have over here? We could get Sawsbuck Bulbasaur. No thanks. I don't even think that Venusaur gets good moves in this game. It gets Sludge Bomb. It gets Toxic Synth. But typically, Grass Poison isn't a type that sits on stuff. And it's less specially bulky than Rose, so if Rose ain't sitting on stuff with Synth, Venusaur isn't either. And then we could get Guaranteed Viv or Guaranteed Gorbis. You know what else leads on Chomper? Mega Altaria, and that lets me have exact control over my HP. No need. All right, so this is a Safari situation. I'm sure I'm going Blastoise. I need to look ahead to Space Tag to understand if a non-special attack boosted Water Spout Stoise still does the job. If it doesn't, then I'll just do plus special attack. Pokeblock, which I think is blue. We have Lilycove. Lilycove City is fully duped on fishing and surfing. And then we have Manectric, Toxtricity, and Metagross line. I delayed New Mauville to this point because I think it's better to pull Lilycove first. Because what I'd like to do is hit Manectric, which is it's like 55%. It's 30 out of 55. And I could never dupe out Toxtricity, so that's just life. And I think we're gonna have a really hard time catching this if it appears. So this could also just be -1 encounter. And I don't have a ghost type to prevent the recoil. And I don't have Heal Pulse. So that's life. Anyway, what would Beldum come with? Just takedown. Yeah. What would Matang show up with? That would show up with a real move. So that thing's actually scary. Sil, what's up? Oh, my dog. So I think I pull Lilycove, and then after I pull Lilycove, then we make a choice. Because I have Badge 5 available at Game Corner. I don't want to pull it because I think keeping the normal type possibility for Heist around makes sense. Even though Metagross would be crazy good for my box. And then, but like, it's honestly, I wonder Metagross versus a second choice item. Like, the real question is, do I think it's not just second choice item, it's having a choice item available for space tags specifically that I'm most concerned with. Yes, 2 choice items makes like late game really, really, really a lot more manageable. But I did it with 1 with a worse box. So I feel like I could do without it. And so the tricky part is, like, I might have to sack him on Lilycove Rival because I don't have Metagross. And then I might end up trying for Game Corner Metagross early anyway to get through Hellroom and stuff. I have no way of knowing, or even Pyre Tag. So I'll admit this is a tough call, and there isn't really a right answer, but my gut says delay for now. One Death Lilycove rival isn't that bad. Clotted, as someone that is rooting for your success, your Watson made me sad because it was like back to button mashing. The plan, we both knew the plan wasn't it, but you were clicking buttons so fast that you couldn't possibly have been thinking about whether it was the right move, and that made me sad. So I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10, buddy. New Mauville inside. This is the tough call. If I miss Manectric, then I think I need to maximize Manectric odds here by going outside, which would be 20% Manectric, 10% Probopass, 5% Porygon 2, 5% Beldum Matang. You think I should pull Game Corner 2? That's this is the delay. We really delay here, all right? You know, we got some new gamers on the block. Hold on for a second. Let me have some bourbon here. Now you got me fired up. Listen, just dying. And all these people pulling out delays like they're the first one to ever not catch a Pokemon. I don't do it for the memes. I do it because I believe it is the right call. All right? You may commit to the bit. I'm just fucking committed. It's been said. So no, I will not pull Game Corner 2 for the fans, because the real fans of the IB Wing channel root for the delay. Except Dave, who roots for me to wipe. I think Probopass is the prize. And so I've delayed so that I could try to catch Manectric and then go for Probo here. So that's the whole thought process. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip Lilycove. Oh, I have to calc space tag, right? Look at this. It's one battle again. Sil W. Ducky's simply rooting for me. Let's go. Ducky is rooting for me. Ducky's a good guy. Let's look at Blastoise. It's level 89 cap here. Ooh, you know what I didn't consider? And I'm glad I'm looking at this now. Blastoise as a water spout guy usually holds the choice specs. And you know what you can't hold if you don't heist is the choice specs. Because I don't have dive. Unless Swampert has like a dive scale. No, TMHM isn't good enough. I won't have the HM yet. Who learns dive naturally? No, we had Huntail dive and Wailord dive last run. Duped. So early dive is not possible, which means if we don't heist, we will not have damage boost for our guy. Which means this probably does need to be special attack boosted, because even though 31 attack, one, we don't know that we're going to get 31 special. And two, this is singles damage. Yikes. So Mystic Water doesn't do it. This is already looking cope AF. and we're going to take sand damage. So, yeah. We're probably going to have to juice up this guy. Thank you, Ducky. So we go plus special attack as much as I want to go Spadef. Alright. Safari. Zone. Block. Flavors. I think this is the right thing. Hello? Bulbapedia, relax. Yeah. Dry blue. Oh, and what area is that? Is this the old mock bike? I'm gonna save because it feels like my whole computer is about to crash. The internet's super laggy. Northwest. Yeah, that's the one for the mock bike, so we will have to get mock. Okay, we bring you. Oh, we have to yawn you with camel. If it's Matang, so let's leave you. Let's bring you two. Okay, what if it's... What can it be here? Manectric, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Crunch, Roar. Okay, so just don't be under-leveled. Tyrantrum's pretty good into that. So are you. Then we got Toxtricity. Ooh, still comes with Toxic. That's nice. Toxic, Sludge Wave, Overdrive, Boom Burst. Yeah, Volt Switch Manectric is a prize. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's good for me. Toxic as possible, so somebody here should probably be either burnt or pre. Is Pecha you? Is Pecha the ground types? Except Camerupt. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've never pulled Lilycove land before. This is a first. Be something good. All right, again, we want to see Manectric. For sure. You want Pokeballs. I should probably stock up because this is Matang we're talking about. Are there not? Is there not a mart here? Oh, right, it's the big one. And I don't have static anymore. All right, sorry for the fake out, for real now. First try. Huge. Okay, so now we can go back to New Mauville, right? Or though maybe I don't. Right, all of a sudden that 25% Porygon 2 looking awful sexy. You know, like, I think we're a little premature to be trying to pull for that. The reason I want Probopass is that it's a premium. Well, one, it's Magnet Pull. Not that I really care after Lilycove, but it's a premium. Well, it'd be Gudra, Hisui. Yan Mega check though. That's the real reason. But let's go get Blastoise. Save. I have to go get the bike. The match bike. And then I also have to go get a blue berry Pokeblock. Which I think is I don't think it's you, no. Chesto, I want to say. Dry, I think is right. I was just here. Liked dry. Beautiful. Oh my god, I'm cracked. It's blue. I did it. Oh, excuse me. 4 cust apps? That's crazy. What is Starfberry natural gift? I should know that. Grab the normal gem. Oh, don't we get the Garchompite here too? And then I think I have to surf within 4 tiles of this. I don't even think fishing works. I think I surf. Dupe. Nope. Let's check our Pokeblock. Oh, I'm sorry, Froakie. I can't have you. You're too good. Let this be penance for every time, the one time I delayed Petalburg to try and get you here on a 50-50. And you were frickin' Blastoise anyway. And then I caught you in Petalburg anyway. I don't want you, Froakie. I've been there, done that. You're yesterday's news. Bro. You're not that uncommon. There he is. Get in the ball. Big man Blastoise. Pokeblock's still there. Let's see if we can go collect any items. Mental Herb? We actually used the Mental Herb last run. Before the Great Lopunny throw. UV! How are you, King? How was stream? You and I went live right around the same time. Where we get to, where we start. We just caught 2 new encounters here. Merry Christmas indeed, UV. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great one. Just a quick 116-17. Love it. Let's move some things out of my box. I'm starting to get crowded all of a sudden. Let's move some mons that aren't doing a whole lot. Alakazam is a good mon, but until it comes to a fight, it doesn't belong in the big box. It's just how I think about them. All right. Shell frauded. As in you frauded Shell, or Shell frauded you? That I'm confused by your phrasing. Hopefully you frauded Shell. All right. You frauded. That's the best version. All right. We did the Pokeblock thing. We got Quiet, which is plus special attack. That's what we wanted. That's what we got. It doesn't have Spadef, which we absolutely wanted. But there you go. Timid! We got a good Pokemon! I don't care. I don't care. It's timid. That's a W. That is the ideal nature, and it is unfortunate IV rolls. But that's what I get. I mean, come on, it's me. I better save before the game realizes it messed up and gave me a good nature. All right, and Manectric can immediately be leveled up. I think Blastoise can get leveled up too, because Manectric already has all of its moves. And then Blastoise doesn't get Water Spout for a while, and Hydro Pump. Yeah. So both of these can get leveled up. Poor Gliscor got power trapped by Garchomp, so it stopped coming to fights. And then Garchomp also stopped coming to fights, and Gliscor still isn't coming. Get in here, Manectric. I've never done the Mega Manectric fight. Skull Bash. Manectric is timid. I want to see something. Yeah, plus I've heard that plus B Mega Manectric is very good as well. What I wanted to see, but however, mine's not doing all the damage. It probably is a 2-scale guy, maybe 3, right? Plus speed, 4 speed is kind of the same as like neutral 31-ish. So it isn't actually getting the benefit of plus speed yet. Plus speed is making up for the IVs. What I want to see is what I am seeing, which is Blastoise has more Spadef and HP than Starmie. This is what I needed. All right, so if I need to outspeed, I use Starmie. If I need to tank and win, I go Blastoise. Blastoise probably gets our Aura Sphere scale as well. All right, let's get these guys loaded to the builder. Yep, it's a TM. Aurasphere TM. Did I say something else? All right, the next fight in our sights is Lilycove Rival. Oh, if I said scale, no, I meant TM, yeah. Blastoise Fake Out scale also not off the table, right? We're in a different world than other things, other runs. Flash Cannon TM? I've never really considered that, but that would be boosted by... Is that boosted by Mega Launcher? No, it's Sphere and Pulse, right? It's not Flash Cannon. It is boosted? I guess I can just check that, right? So... Blastoise... Mega Launcher... Sick. So now if I teach you Flash Cannon... does 28% on this guy, and if I lose your ability, does 28%. So according to the calc, Flash Cannon is not boosted. New Mauville tonight too? Not yet. I'm probably going to sack Amanda this fight to keep that delay intact because I don't know that I need it. I would have to determine that 50% Metagross is valuable enough, and I do think it has a chance to save a sack on this fight, but I don't know it. So let me show you what I found so far, and then you guys can try to talk me into it. God, Mega Blastoise, you're so not it. You can even see I have Metagross here in the builder because I was hopeful. All right. So the lead is very, very simple. Base Altaria lead, pre-burnt, dead to dual chop. We Mega. Pre-burnt Facade always kills. Garchomp dies, we take no damage. We pre-damage so that we're always dead to Dazzling Gleam minimum roll, 112. We go to Volcarona. On Dazzling, we take nothing because Volcarona does not care. Volcarona actually lives double crit Dazzling into Psychic from 135 special attack Zam, which not many things do without resisting. So we can get a Citrus U-turn off. It's pretty likely to plot. So we may take no damage, really. We'll see. But either way, we get a U-turn off for 68%. We break the sash. It doesn't have counter. And it's a slow U-turn. So we can switch into anything we want. The thing that I came up with is Berserker. Berserker Bullet Punch always kills. So we have a full HP Zerker. Zerker kills at full. It's not dead to Weavile with or without an item. Not dead to Melmetal. Fast dead to Thunderous Kick Zapdos. Nothing in the world seems to KO this Zapdos. Or so I first thought. And then I reintroduced myself. Where are you? To the Hawlucha character. The Hawlucha character, with an attack scale and a flying gem, Acrobatics, takes Thunderous Kick, and KOs. And then when it KOs, it gets rid of its gem. So Unburden activates, which means we outspeed and kill Weavile. So we'll get Melmetal in. Melmetal would be clicking anything but Body Press. And then we have 2 full slots to KO Melmetal and guarantee Earthquake Swampert, which conveniently Berserker does. And it does it from a variety of HP ranges. Can I just go Citrus and me first, Brave Bird? Great question. I love that idea. No, but I also don't need Citrus. Any HP is enough. Lucha can literally be on... that's not true. Lucha needs to be out of Ice Shard range. Oh, snap. I am an idiot. Oh no, that's okay. Ice Shard actually is okay. I almost threw that. So we would just have to be... out of Pursuit Kill. God, Lucha, you just... Which is not it. I could Candy and Scale. Oh, I'd have to double Candy because the range doesn't even fix. That's so buns, man. Good shout, but this is a missing life orb moment, I fear. What? Copies foe at 1.5. Holy crap. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Okay. So Brave Bird at 180 power. Yeah, that always kills. 6 shout saves me a scale. Had no idea. All right, so we just go Citrus Lucha, we me first Brave Bird, which is probably standard tech on this fight, but, you know, first time doing it. Okay. So whatever, me first Brave Bird, we get triple random Melmetal. We always get Citrus, importantly. We take 36% plus 30%. So we always get the Citrus. Unburden activates. We show fast kill to Weavile. Weavile can't come out. We get Melmetal. And then this is the awkward part. You found this deck by doing Juice Lock. That's awesome. All right. So the cope hope is that I can just throw Scorch out here, and Scorch can just turn one flame body the guy, and then I want to click Fire Lash into like Flare Blitz or something. But well, it depends. I have to know exactly whether or not I'm dying with Scorch. Essentially, I need to set up a situation where Berserker can kill with Brick Break. Because again, Brick Break Zerker, and I can do some silly pre-damage stuff. Brick Break Zerker means even if I've taken some damage, as long as I'm above this knockoff range, and if I go itemless, that could be lower. So let's say I'm itemless. Then I can be up to 50%, but I always bait Ike. Above 50%, I always bait EQ Fast Kill Swampert from base. And that lets us do Halucha Encore. So there's no power-up punch nonsense, which is why our HP doesn't matter. And then what? And then I acro whatever. I encore this guy down on my own good time, but I don't have Unburden anymore. So when he dies, I'm gonna be dead to a move, and I'm gonna be dead to exactly an ice move. And then I think we just go to Berserker and we win. But Berserker only wins, and actually Berserker can actually lose this as well. I can get, but it's like triple axle, triple high roll hit into knockoff high roll. So quadruple high roll is a lot. You know, that is actually the same odds as quadruple crit, which I'm comfortable with. So I feel pretty good about that, especially since it's 50-50 as well. The Ice Shard would also guarantee it. Life Orb means I don't need damage boost for Iron. Oh, Brick Break would kill. Double Brick Break kill. So I have one slot to set up to confirm this Berserker thing. My Crawdon's not Shell Armor. Crawdon can also do the matchup. But Berserker... I think Berserker does more damage, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Berserker does more damage to Melmetal. Because I'm bold Crawdon. Is that true if I'm leveled up? 73, sorry. But I could Brick Break with both of them. Yeah, it's still less damage because of my Crawdon's nature. It's a good shout. Crawdon is safer into... Crawdon and Berserker are largely interchangeable, except for one important thing. Berserker is baiting the Thunderous Kick Zapdos, and Crawdon does not do that. Oh, actually it does. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. It doesn't bait the Earthquake. So I would just get potential power-up punch, which is a wipe angle. Sorry. I knew there was a reason. I started with Crawdon and I moved to Berserker. But Berserker guarantees... Berserker has the potential to guarantee Earthquake. Okay. One of the things that I can do with the Lucha is I think I can guarantee with like an Oranberry that I'm in Ice Shard range. I was originally gonna scale Tailwind, But if I'm keeping me first for this fight, I can't do that, and I'd prefer not to. I have to use my item on the bird, so which means I have to be slower than Weavile when it comes in. All right, so we do really need to confirm the Melmetal, and that's the whole deal, right? Can I confirm the Melmetal? And this is why Game Corner looks so attractive right now. Metagross is a really good guy here, right? Fire Punch Metagross does a great job. Or I just Rock Smash a couple of times. It's the wrong thing, right? So I could just like, I think I can even Iapapa with this guy. Yeah, because I don't take 25% from single crit. And it's always double Iron Bash. So I could like Iapapa Berry with a Game Corner Metagross pretty consistently and get some Rock Smashes up. Or just get some damage up, whatever I wanted. And then the Zerker's not looking so bad. But if Zerker is taking any damage on the way in, its Weavile matchup gets worse, and Weavile is already a problem. Am I a book guy? I have not done nearly the reading I used to, so I'm unfortunately going to have to say no, but I still would love a recommendation if that's why you're asking. Do I have anybody else that does a nice job? The problem is Double Iron Bash does a billion to everyone. How to win the Premier League. Oh, that does sound interesting. Hold on, let me write that down. It's on Spotify. I have never listened to an audiobook. I am an old-fashioned, shocker, I know, turn the pages, read the book. But thank you. Appreciate the rec. My wife used to listen to audiobooks while driving, and her taste in books is, we'll just say, different than mine. And they would always be narrated by these, like, quintessential, dramatic 20-something-year-old woman. And she also would play them on like 1.5 speed, and it was so grating. And so, no, I was already old-fashioned. I was old-fashioned before any of that started, but that was like the final straw. I'm like, that's it. No audiobooks for me. This is garbage. Hey now, Manectric. I see you. Not really, though. Yeah, I'm like a slot away. So anyway, so I think the hope slash plan is 5-mon line, send a Scorch sack. The tricky part is I actually can't Fire Lash twice to get the second defense drop. Because he would die, and then I'd get early Weavile. Is early Weavile that bad? Early Weavile... Yeah, early Weavile does enough to my not very bulky Berserker that I could get non-Earthquake. Fire Gem Overheat? Bro, have you seen that calc? Where's the ape? Where's the ape? Show this fool. You probably sacked into it first. Also, ape baits Liquidation Earthquake 50-50. How are you baiting Earthquake from there? But we're going to ignore that part because Overheat Fire Gem. Let me guess, you spend some candies and scales and stuff? Wow, what a shock. How many candies would it take this time, Dave? How many? 1? No. 2? 2 candies. Oh yeah, let's do it. Freaking classic ape. Just get every candy in the game, just feed it to your ape. Chip it with Toki. Chad, he's rage baiting me. Chad, he's rage baiting me. Stop it. No. No. He's baiting me with rage. Yes. So Talonflame. Well, so sorry. I have not done this fight before because my ape PB prior to this run was the Cheesemo double. But Talonflame does Garchomp if you give it the Defog TM. I mean, NG Plus, we had Modest Talonflame. That was good enough for me. You have a bold claim? Yeah, I'll bet it can do Gyaptos too. I will see you at LCR before April. I don't think... Well, I mean, it's a bold claim based on empirical data, if I'm being fair. But you're already good enough. You, like... I don't think that's as bold of a claim as you may think that is. Hey, there's a difference between you playing to the best of your ability and the way that you're playing now. I have seen you when you lock in. Pretty good. Good enough to make it a lot farther than your current PB. But I've also seen you play a lot of runs where it's Brain Rot speed up. I watched your Watson today, and you clicked Seed Bomb with Ludi like 7 times in a row when you had Mega Drain right there. And then you baited a 50-50 in a Graveler and lost the 50-50, and you're like, oh my god, unlucky. Well, Mega Drain could have healed. You also got parried 3 times. I get it, but it was a non-optimal play, and you didn't even stop to think. So, yeah, it can be both. Absolutely. I don't care how many Paras. Well, you think everybody here hasn't been Omega fictioned on early game fights? That's what early game is. Make the best plays. Make the best plays, and you'll make it out of truck more often than not. More often than not. Let me say that again for everybody. More often than not, every box can escape truck. Man, chat got me fired up tonight. Whew. No, the first seed bomb. Well, you were slower, so I actually don't think that any seed bombs. Seed, I don't. Based on the ranges I saw in there. Now, if you had the builder up and you could tell me it was a 2-shot, cool. But it sure looked like you did like 45% with seed bomb. So seed bomb looked like it never killed. Mega Drain looked like it never killed. I got the first seed bomb maybe. After that, it should have been Mega Drain every turn. For sure. As soon as you got through leftovers, no shot. Your fake out did like 1% after leftovers. Hold on. Ludicolo. Level 35. Watson. Because I don't really care if I do Lilycove Rival tonight. I just wanted to get here, get my encounters. I will absolutely check some Wadi calcs. C-Bomb. Was your guy plus attack? Okay. So if you were 30, if you were absolutely 31 attack, then this is Sil Calc, first of all. Are you, I don't know if you're using this one. You are 31 attack. Okay. So fake out, if you're doing min rolls, fake out plus seed bomb plus seed bomb doesn't kill. If you're looking at average rolls, is that 9% and then like 53%? Average rolls, seed bomb would be a 2-shot. So when I said, hey, the first seed bomb made sense to me, fake out seed bomb made sense. I'm down with that. The second one, okay, debatable. I think I'd rather have the HP because even then it's a range it's not in your favor, right? And I watched your rolls. Your first roll didn't put him in yellow, and then it left over recovered, which meant it was at least at 57%. So you had like one killing roll tops. And then after the first para, seed bomb never kills. So it just should have been Mega Drain after that. I'm pretty sure you low rolled and he was still in green. But I'll give you the first couple, but you were just spamming seed bomb, and then you ended up super low. And even if they weren't all wrong, like I'm saying, you didn't stop to think. And what I'm really passing judgment on isn't the play. We can debate the play. If you don't stop to think, you're going to lose when you shouldn't. That is my claim to you. So we can debate any individual play, but when I watch you click buttons and not stop to think, or my favorite, I think the other thing I see people do a lot is that they stop to think after it's too late instead of before it goes wrong, right? It doesn't help to go to the Pokemon menu and say, ooh, that was bad. You gotta be one turn ahead. This is chess. You go, if this happens, it could be bad. Can I play around it? That's what I want to see from you, Clouded. You got you're the coach, but I'm coaching you right now. You already know how to play well. You just have to decide it's important to you. Oh, yeah. Rotom does 1 billion damage to Ludi. I think that's fairly. It might be a 50-50 anyway. In fact, I think you were probably a 1 in 3. Paralyzed Ludi takes 40% from Hex, takes 60% from Air Slash. So if you stayed green, you were getting usually Air Slash. And if you stayed almost full, which was possible until you got paralyzed a billion times, you could have even gotten Will-O-Wisp on the switch to either Graveler or your other guy, Golem. Yeah, like these are scenarios that you should have in your head before you start Watson. This, like, again, this is my RMBJ theory. We'll go full screen here since I'm not really planning anything. This is RMBJ podcast now. Ask any questions you want. I'm happy to discuss. This is a safe space. Ludi versus Lantern is a good matchup that you usually win, but it's high variance. So you got to ask yourself before the battle, what do I want to have happen and how do I maximize that? I would tell you that the best outcome versus Rotom is to be above Air Slash and paralyzed Hex range. You're very likely to be statused either by Scald Burn on switch in or by paralysis over a few turns, especially if your Ludi is slower. So I'm walking into the fight saying, I'm probably going to be statused. Let me be as high as possible. I'm slower, so I'm probably taking damage every turn, or at least I'm slower, so it's likelier to attack me than the Thunder Wave every turn. I'm clicking Mega Drain every time. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Trade offer, I give you Protect Penguin. You get infinite cooks that have never been attempted by sane men. Detra, that sounds so fun, but you're already doing it. Why do we need 2 Detra runs? Yeah, Clouded, like 4 para probably doesn't change anything, right? You probably were going to be low in that one, in that order of events. But Mega Drain probably played around 2 or even 3 of those if it's non-crit para. Because you still ended up at like 30% HP with all of that. Right? One more Mega Drain healing could have made that just Air Slash, and then your Graveler play's not so bad. It's doable. You're probably dodging double crit non-Willow. Like that's, I know you're like, one of the things that people do is they say, hell, my plan's not good, so I'll just get in there. And like, well, your plan's not good because you just got in there. One of the reasons I'm always hopping into Detra's stream is he just doesn't care if he doesn't have the quote unquote goats or normal mon. He's going to take his time and make a line his way with the tools he has. And he's even routing for tools that other people don't want because he sees unique value in them. I may disagree with his takes on what Pokemon are good, what moves are good, what he should have, what he shouldn't. But you know what? He's winning his way with his mons, and that's compelling. And it's also the way to win. So be a mad scientist. People used to say I was crazy, and all of a sudden the things that I do are becoming meta. So Protect Penguin could become a thing for the next generation. Detra, I Omega slurped you while you were gone. That's what happened. Yep. Yeah, and I think, Claudia, I think sometimes people conflate slowing down with playing smart. And it's like, you can play slow and dumb too. You've watched me play 121 largely on speed up. Speed up isn't itself the problem, it's lack of room for thought. Right? I play a lot of fights on speed up if I've pre-cooked them and I know it's a done deal. The outcome is set. The battle is over before it starts, and I'm just going through the motions of playing it. As soon as there are variants in a fight, it's played on 1-time speed, and I'm reacting to the rolls. stalling? Where did you stall Skitter Smack? I don't even know what this fight. That isn't. That one doesn't. I don't know what that is offhand. Clouded, appreciate you hanging out, man. Super fun. Skitter Smack on Roxanne? What? I will sub Clouded just because if you are doing LCR by the start of April, I will absolutely sub. I may even gift. Have a great one, man. Always a pleasure. Sorry, I was a little tough love tonight. Chat, hold me accountable. Well, he'll probably hold me accountable, but I forget that. Peace, Dave. Oh, stall out Skitters. So Goss. How many? And then Goss takes 3 on that fight if it has HP. 10 Skitter Smacks, though. You had to bait 10 Skitter Smacks. Was that technically possible? Like, I know you did it, but was it... In hindsight, was it a good plan? 6 with Quill. Oh, so you had Intimidate, and this was the Detra. These were the stalls that I didn't love. This is the classic, like, Detra, if I get crit, the whole plan falls apart. But it worked. Grottle does great there. In hindsight, it was optimal. Quillfish taking... I know that Skitter Smack isn't that powerful, but usually Skitter Smack has overlap, too. Like, Grottle has potential Dragon Claw. Like, there's a lot of ways that goes. Well, it looks clean when it goes well, Don. That's kind of the point. I've been highly skeptical of some of Detra's early game stalls. That's why I've liked... I think he's gotten better as he's used fewer. He certainly stalls more than other players, though. But he's not stalling for the sake of stalling anymore. He's stalling when it's smart. And he certainly sees ins for them more often than the rest of us, which is also very powerful. Well, now I gotta see some Quill calcs here. Hold on, I gotta see this. Roxanne, because I'm mental calcing it, and that's not fair either. All right, Quillfish, level 25. Skitter Smack only does not... Okay. It only does 10% on a good Quillfish. And I know yours was good because it took 1,000 attacks 90 times. That's not nearly as cope as I'm making it out to be. Yeah, like if you don't get crit, then maybe Quill can help out later. But it's taking 6 Skitter Smacks with multiple crits. Okay, all right. And then Grottle probably can even, right? If you've intimed it 6 times, then your Grottle also kind of out heals. Well, Skitter Smack, I guess, drops the special attack, so you don't out heal, but you can sit on that for a little bit too, and stall more. So I see the vision. I am willing to admit when I am incorrect. And in this case, I am. That is a really cool cook, and it looks like it's repeatable. I just didn't believe it when I saw it. Or heard it. I believe it when I see it. I didn't believe it as I heard it. Yeah, Grottle takes all the 1,000 arrows. Yeah, Detra is just as good at getting minus speed natures as I am. Maybe better. He's even got the brave Prim. But any Prim is crazy. Good stuff, good stuff. I kind of want to do, maybe I'll do some calculus truck. I want to think about this Lilycove rival. I want to decide whether I'm pulling Game Corner first. Centiskorch isn't that useful, but it's a little bit useful. It's kind of just power crept by Volcarona in every way. Volcarona's even more physically bulky, I think. Thanks for hanging out, Detra. Always a pleasure talking shop with you. You got a unique take on the game. You're killing it. Can't wait for the next boss battle. Dave, you think I play slow, and then Detra shows up and he's like, "Oh, let me show you how to slow down this battle," and he full stalls Celesteela on Winona, stalls it out of moves entirely. With Protect Frickin' Penguin. You gotta respect that. Well, you don't, but I do. I do respect that. Yeah. But in fairness, he set it up for a skill link cloister chain kill. So, you know, there's some... you're doing the stall work to set up the sweep. And I know you love a good sweep. Yeah, it was like Protect Penguin, and then like, intimidates from Gyarados to get guaranteed flamethrowers. Once flamethrower was guaranteed, then Prim could encore in a flamethrower and stall out flamethrower, and then he had to dodge like 2 crits out of 4 turns on Cloyster to get 3 rapid spins. It was crazy. It was a really cool line. It's like a 4-mon stall, and then Cloyster just swept the back from there. Skill Link Cloyster is a drug. I felt a little bad because somebody in his chat was like, "Hey, that looked a lot like IB's thing with Starmie," and like it was similar in that he used Celesteela to set up a chain kill, but like he chained different Pokemon. He did a full stall, like it was, and he did so much more. Like I just switched in on a move and clicked Encore Toxic. Like I felt, as much as I liked my cook and I'm glad people remembered it, I felt bad that the first thing out of somebody's mouth in chat after such an amazing line was to talk about a different streamer. I did not. I'm like shocked that Me First is boosted. That's amazing. Now I don't want to drop that move. You know what else? I wonder if I just bring Caparaja and just say one of these two does it. Or can Centiskorch learn something else for me? Centiskorch burn up would be funny. Oh, it does less. Invoice. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Let me catch you up. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm cooking a little bit, but mostly I'm just winding down for the night. If you want to see me click buttons, I can absolutely move to my calculus truck save state. But I did the remaining 121 battles after I was stuck for 3 days cooking the Moxie double. And then I caught 2 new mons. I got Lilycove Manectric. It's timid, the best nature it could be. Not great IVs, but we win the nature war. You say you're happy. And then we got the Pokeblock Quiet Nature Blastoise, which I think is still good. And 26 IVs to counteract the minus speed is good enough. Like, this is still probably hitting the same Icy Wind speed tiers it would usually. So I'm pretty stoked about both of these. And then I still have Game Corner and New Mauville delayed for now. We'll see. We'll see. And then I've got some sauce for Lilycove Rival, but it's like half-baked. I shouldn't even say half-baked. I just don't have Melmetal figured out. I've been popping in here and there. So I knew you were, I think last I stopped by, you were about, I think you were single-digit fights, like 7 or 9 fights from Gates and Blue Kaizo. So I knew you were close. I'm glad to hear you're right there. I feel like you're in a new Elite Four every 2 weeks all of a sudden. I thought Blue Kaizo was pretty rough, though, right? Am I misremembering that that's a tough game? Or are you just that good, Invoice? Could just be that good. I'm not joking. I've watched 2 Invoice E4s since my last E4. And this is the first run since my last E4. Difficulties kind of all clustered in Silph Go and Sabrina fight. Okay. I don't know a lot about Blue Kaizo. But I mean, anytime you're just like run it up through the game, that's a good job. Gotcha. Do you have it's weird for me because you were so careful and cautious in Run and Bun, right? Like, you only streamed like once a week. And all of a sudden I do feel like you're just like you're getting 3 badges every stream in these other games. So it's different than the Invoice I am used to watching. Gotcha. Different type of game. Fox actually does a pretty good job of walling this thing. Blue Kaizo. Oh, I didn't even think that blue would have held items at all. You can tell how little I know. Now I need to look it up. You know who else was telling me about this was Pori. Pori was telling me that Blue Kaizo, especially if you like add in the quality of life stuff that she's got, as some other players have, it can be really fun. Vindub. Oh, Vindub is pretty easy and got a godlike box. Gotcha. Oh, Vindub Vintage White. Sorry, that took me forever to put the dub as W. That, that's why I'm not calcing anymore. Blue Kaizo is pretty fast too. You just kind of have to send stuff like, oh yeah, like there just aren't powerful moves that don't miss. So you just get the powerful mons, you click the buttons, and then crits do 2.25 times the damage. So sometimes you lose because you lose, and sometimes you win because you don't get unlucky. Yeah. Yeah, I've never, as much as I grew up with Gen 1, and I love Gen 1 Pokemon, I've never found Gen 1 mechanics to be compelling for Nuzlocking as a general statement. I had my own personal version of it that I did. As a kid, before Nuzlocking was a thing, I used to just play through vanilla, but I could only use the first 4 mons I caught, the first 6 mons I caught, right? So if a mon entered the box, it didn't count, right? It had to go directly into your party. And then once you had 6, that was it for the run. And if a mon died, it died. And I had a lot of fun doing it that way. You don't catch anything, so it's like bad content, because captures and IV rolls are good content. But I sadly haven't seen. I haven't really seen a Gen 1 hack that I felt was any more difficult, other than just being more luck based than that. They hadn't really finished building the game yet. I think if I don't have any plans to get into making hacks, but if I did, I would take the Gen 1 decks and try to make a compelling hack with updated mechanics. I'd try to stay true to certain things, like Hyper Beam KO would need no recharge turn. There's certain stuff that just is Gen 1 true and true. So I'd keep the mons, I'd keep certain things like that, but fix the dumb AI where it thinks that agility is a super effective move or whatever the other, give it like real AI. I would add held items. Abilities are too fun not to have, but they would be limited to like early abilities. And then you just, you see where the game goes from there. And then you just have to figure out, and stuff like there'd be no, like Mew would be banned. Or Mew would not have access. Maybe Mew could only learn TMs and you would still only get one of all the TMs. So you could have a Mew, but if Mew got your TM, nothing else did. I don't know, I have to figure that stuff out. Like there's a lot, I don't know. I don't know. Because even like hacking for Mew is like a part of the Gen 1 experience. And obviously like trade trade things. There's all kinds of stuff. Now that you've played through it, it's not intended to be a Nuzlocke. I didn't even know that. It's funny. I just assume that all hacks are like intended for Nuzlocking, but I guess that's silly. I would definitely be approaching game design from the perspective of making it a true difficulty hack. Yeah. I do think the hard part with Gen 1 hack is you have to ask a couple of questions, like, one, what do you do about physical special split is one question. Is that staying true to Gen 1 or not? Two, how many, if you only have 150 Pokemon to play with, how many fights can you really make be unique and interesting? And how do you balance the starters in a game like that? Because they're just like aren't fire types in that game. Just a difficult overhaul of the original game. I gotcha. None of the Kai. There's just a hard version. I guess that's how I remember when Emerald Kaizo came out. It was just a really hard version of the game, and then it was like, well, what if we made it even harder and Nuzlocked it? And it took off. Yep. By the time they gave Magmar an evolution, it was too late, and the evolution was still already pre-power crept. What a shame. Buff. 125 stat. Oh, so it's just like Magmortar. I think that's what Magmortar is. Yeah. Well, 100 speed, 105 speed is fast. Isn't Magmar faster than Magmortar? No, same speed. Wow, speed buff is kind of wild. Especially going from under 100 to over 100 is crazy, considering how many good mons are at the 100 speed tier. Like, that's a big... It's not like, oh, that's just 12 speed points. No, that's a massive speed buff. Okay. So here's the idea. This is how do I fraud Deathless is the question on this Lilycove rival. And I think the answer is try to get a Flame Body with Centiskorch. Use an Iapapa Berry even. Once I get whether or not I get the burn is kind of irrelevant, I guess. What we try to do with Centiskorch is do Fire Lash and then Lunge, so we can get this guy at -1 attack and defense. And then we go to Camel and we click Yawn plus Earth Power. We may not even have to do that. You have to see the damage roll. We'll figure that out in real time. But the idea would be to yawn with camera up. We might even just yawn twice. Manipulate the free switch to Zerker. Oh, we can't yawn though. If we're hoping for Flame Body, we can't yawn. Right. Blue guys has a lot of Laprases and Starmies on enemy teams that have Blizzard, T-Bolt, and 2 status moves. So Magmar is good bulk and fast 2-shots them with T-Bolt of its own. Its best fire move is Fire Blast though, so it's another quirk of Blue Kaizo where you just have to send it. You don't have, yeah, because well, Flamethrower is a TM in that game, but I guess the power boost from Flamethrower to Fire Blast is too good to pass up. It's like missing one and you're gonna be dead a lot. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I'm sure that I would do is I would lower crit damage. Just doesn't need to be more than double damage. Flamethrower isn't a TM in Gen 1? No kidding. I really thought it was. I thought it was a Game Corner TM, specifically. I thought you could get like Flamethrower, Psychic, and Thunderbolt there. Got me questioning my sanity. Ooh, look at that, I'm wrong. Maybe it was Gen 2, could be. Fire Blast TM. Switch and I always go party order, so they're very consistent. Yeah, right, so you can't manipulate it. So it's, yeah, it's simpler, but it less skill-based. No, I think manipulating Switch AI is compelling, right? Those are the things you have to balance. Easier said than done. I do like the different AI for different trainers, even though it was never executed well. It's a great idea that just never got executed by the Pokemon Company. I wonder. Yeah, great concept, really hard to execute. Like, but might be a good way to add difficulty to the Gen 1 game. Is to that's one of the things you could stay true to is different AI for different trainers. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, Swampert does pretty well in the Melmetal. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of intentionally like it's high. I'm trying not to just disrespect EK because one, it wasn't even designed for Nuzlocks, and it still was the first great Nuzlocke game. So, you know, what I'll say is there are some great features to that game, and there are some not so great ones, and not giving the player any way to play around Focus Ban Ancient Power Boost is not for me. It's enough to make me not want to play the game at all. That like critical boss fights just have, I don't know what that is, a 1% loss built in at the start of the game, and there are multiple ones at important later parts of the game, right? You want to do that, 90 minutes into a game. Okay, send me back to packing. I get that, right? That's indeed expanding force. That's Globro Quick Claw. That's Brawly critting you with Mach Punch. Like, sure. Don't hit me in month 2 of a game with that, right? It's just, if you're building it to be Nuzlocked, don't put that shit in. Now, Emerald Kaizo was not built for Nuzlocks. It just became that. So it gets a pass, and it was the first great Nuzlocke game. It really was. But people are like, oh well, if you built Run and Bun, you should go back and play Emerald Kaizo. No, I shouldn't. I'm good. I'm really good. This game built off of those concepts and many other concepts in between. And I'm excited for the next new challenges. I'm not really stoked to try any particular one older game. What about Swampert? Yeah, 3 E4s, and I know people have since come up with more, but like, people think that the Run and Bun E4 is veg. Like, Slowbro and Lantern Sims in Emerald Kaizo, like, give me a break. Right, we just got better now. We've got better options. Yeah, and they're all single battles. Like the double battles are fire. Double battle steers especially are fire. I like the doubles and singles aspect, especially as a player that is better at one over the other. I think it forced me to improve as a player, that I needed to be ready for both. Yeah, that's just I'm not about it. Again, it's the first great Nuzlocke, but it won't be the next Nuzlocke I attempt. In a world, so the problem is I have a slot to help, but it doesn't really help that much. Now, so if Zapdos dies and we get this guy for triple random, oh, because he's Iron Fist, that's why it does so damn much. Double Iron Bash with Iron Fist. Crazy damage. I didn't even think this guy was Iron Fist. Thought he was like heavy metal. PK tomorrow, every day, PK tomorrow. I do love the heart scales. Yeah, heart scales was such a clutch addition to these games. It's going to be tough. No matter what I do, I think this is going to be cope. I think that the only thing that actually works is going to be Will-O-Wisp. This thing just does too much damage. Oh, so Dave, it doesn't work for me because I have to get Swampert Earthquake. Yeah. Too specific. No, I want creativity in the Elite Four. One funny calc is I didn't keep Flamethrower and Camera Up. I decided the Camera Up wasn't going to do anything in single battles most of the time. Or if it did, it was going to KO Torkoals exactly. That's been my Camera Up experience before. So I said, screw it. I'll just keep Eruption. And one of the funny things about Eruption is that it's a way for you to just beat Melmetal straight up. Right, so if I can get in on Melmetal, Thunder Punch, I can just Eruption into Earth Power and always kill, and still have a Bulky Berry or a Berry guaranteed to like get me a specific move. There's your... Who needs Fire Gem Overheat when I have Fire Gem Eruption? And even though mine isn't that guy, Max Special Attack does it, maybe? After your Togi chip, of course. Max Special Attack does not do it. There was a teaser paywall behind Patreon like 2 months ago. Paying for a teaser for a game that'll make me hate my life once it releases. I never really considered that eventually Nuzlocke games might end up behind a paywall, but of course they might. The teaser for it is crazy work, though. That's insane. It's a teaser. If you're going to put it behind a paywall, maybe you should release the game when you said you would. Because now it's a business. You should be held accountable. That's crazy. Not well. Not well. I also don't think it's wise. Like, it's just not how you're gonna make money. Like, you know, there's not enough money in Nuzlocking to like profit off of it. Oh, it's true. Well, at least they could. I mean, they could sue people for hacking them now, too. They don't. It's free marketing for Pokemon. Right, people can make a hack for themselves, but once they release it, they're already liable. I don't know. Well, you can't hit a home run every time. I don't know why I'm making baseball references now. Not every game is a W. Well, yeah. Yeah, no question, right? Timing is everything, and there's this young, compelling, exciting content creator that decides to take your game and make it the most punishing thing the Pokemon community's ever seen. Right, at a time when the only other content out there was like shiny hunting. It was perfect time for the game to take off. Right, and there were so many things it didn't have. And it was bigger than absolutely bigger than it ever would have been. But that's how firsts are, right? They blow up. They create the path for everything else. I can't talk down on the game for it being bigger than it should have been. Like, yeah, timing's everything. That's life. What normal types are even available to me if I rip Game Corner? I need to just look at the encounter table. I did hear about Royal Sapphire. It seemed like people went through it pretty easily, but had fun. Everybody I talked to had fun playing it. Well, this is incorrect. This is my pre-updated one. That's annoying. That's fine. I already know what's available. Okay, I could roll for... Oh, no, even Kang is duped. The funny table. Yeah, well, Pichow's not even... I guess he's still the face of Nuzlocking to the common viewer, but, like... I guess the viewers are just where he is, right? The same way that Small Ant was like the second coming. All right, so I'm not being dramatic. This is, other than Audino Shoal Cave, there are no normal types left if I don't get Game Badge 2 Game Corner. So choosing 50% metagross means no heist, period, end of story. It might even be worth me looking ahead to say, could I conceivably heist with what I do have? I'm definitely not up for that tonight. And I'm starting to get a headache from staying up late. So I think it's time for me to raid out. But I've got some big decisions. These are run-altering decisions about whether or not to pull Game Corner. Oh, we can... Well, let's see. Nez is often not on camera and just not on camera or mic. So let's see what kind of content we got tonight. Invoice, you're already in here. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, it was very fun. And for those that were chatting earlier, you as well. I had some great interaction today. Very fun. Yeah, let's raid it in the Nez.